Welcome or welcome back to my channel, beautiful budgeters. I'm Jai and I'm on a journey, and this is January closeout. Join me. Okay guys, it's been a hot minute. It is not the end of January. It is February 8th. Yeah, it is Saturday, February 8th, and we have been moving for a week now. So if you are here for a closeout and some spending recap and how my month went, I'll put the time here that we actually get to those things, but I am going to do a little story time right now because it's been a hot minute since I've talked to you guys. So my last day of work was the 31st, and then on the 1st and 2nd, we moved back to near my mom in the country and my babies. I have 4 fur babies, and my mom has been taking care of them in our tiny home on some undeveloped land in the country. Well, I decided to take a new opportunity, so a traveling job, and I will be 95% on the road. However, this time we think that with my mom staying in the country with the pets, that my hubby can come with me, and it would be a lot better for us than last time, because we hadn't lived apart in a while, or we hadn't lived together in a while because I was traveling, he was living on the land, those things. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. I have the windows open because it is a little hot in here and I can't get the fan or the AC to not have such a dominant sound when I'm recording. So it is it's a little nerve-wracking, and because I'm in the country, bugs see the light and decided they wanted to fly up here. I'm in the loft area, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some pictures of my new station. I don't have my decor up yet, so all of my Funko Pops and collectibles are not up yet, but my budgeting stuff is up. All right, so that is what I've been doing. So we've been unpacking. We're in a house on some land, and we are also fixing up the house because my husband's in maintenance, and so we're fixing up the house, and instead of paying enormous funds in rent, we fix up the house and take it off of the rent. So we've been busy doing that as well. So we have been painting and cleaning and all kinds of stuff. So you'll see when I go over my recap of everything that we spent and our closeout for January. So let's get started. And during my downtime, which I have had very minimal, I saw, because I bought these planners. I bought one for work, and I bought one and I have my budgeting planner, and I saw them do this Franken planning thing where you have 2 planners in one. So this is my budgeting planner. Here's my original girl, and then here is my, you flip it like this, and then you have your other planner. So here's my work planner, and I've been doing all kinds of stuff. So I already have next week prepared. So yeah, I I have no idea when I had time to do that, but I did the thing. So anyways, let's get over to close out of January. So this is what we're here for. So if you guys don't know, I'm a zero-based budgeter, and what that means is every dollar that comes in has a place for it to go, and I like to be very honest with my finances. So at the end of closeout, we will go over, I'm not going to go over every single thing that we bought, because I feel like this video is going to be longer than it needs to be. So I will definitely go over the categories though. And then I will go over monthly closeout. Okay, so our categories consist of date night, we spent $0, dining out $153.83, gas and fuel $110, groceries $0. This is from the 24th through the 31st. This is the last time I've talked to you guys about spending. Household $0, personal $0, pet care $0, medical $25, miscellaneous $0. Total of our normal categories $288.83. We did also get our we also got our allowance during that time. We spent $261.16 for bills. I spent $50 sending that over to mom, and the move cost us $807.80 for this week. We've been doing move expenses here and there. So total weekly spending of $1632.79. So not entirely awful, but it really wasn't great. Okay. So ending of January. Okay. January, we didn't get to stuff our last paycheck. So our last paycheck was $2,245 and some change. And we didn't get to stuff our last paycheck. We didn't save any of it. It went straight into us eating out and paying for things, the move, all those things. I paid cash for movers, a U-Haul truck, all kinds of stuff. So I really don't know. It was really hard for me to keep track of what was cash, what wasn't. And so I do have some extra funds from my paycheck that I had planned to stuff. So here it is. And I'll go over this money and where the funds come from for this Wednesday. But anyways, my income, my projected total income was going to be $8,600. We brought in $8,609.62, so we were over $9.62. With all of the expenses that we did and the move, we overspent our estimated income $1,001.75, which isn't terrible for moving from a city that cost me about $2,000 to move from last time. So I'm not entirely sad about that. But yeah, I am a little upset that we overspent more than what we brought in, which means that came from our buffer, our month ahead on bills, all those things. So that is our money for January closeout. And let's look at what we saved in January. So this is the last time we finished. These are the only savings challenges we finished, and I hadn't done this closeout until now, just because I thought I was going to have one more week, but it's just going to go into February, and we're going to have to be fine with it, guys. So this is the money we saved from our pouch. And we ended up saving $25 for the Northern Cardinal, $150 for the Halloween, $50 for the pumpkin, and $175 for Happy New Year. So these are everything that I spent. So this is going to be savings closeout or everything that I saved during January finished. So let me go ahead and get this money together and we'll count it all up together. Alright guys, guys, so this is what we saved in the month of January. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 140, 5, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 200, 210, 225, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 80, 595, 300, 320, 340. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 400. And that's a nice savings there. And that is exactly what we said we saved here. 175 plus 25 is 200. 200 plus 150 is 350, and plus 50 is 400. So that is our January closeout, short and sweet. We didn't necessarily save as much as I would have liked and what we have been, but because we're doing January closeout as well, let's go over debt. So we do take this money and we put half towards debt, half towards sinking funds. However, we put all towards debt this time around, and I will go over that when I go over my where the funds come from video for February. So let's go over our ending debt. And because we were moving, I know, crazy, we used our credit cards, guys. I'm sorry if you hear the dog barking in the background. It's the country, like I said, and we always have, our neighbors have a dog that's outside that's very vocal, and then our dogs hear it and then decide they want to bark as well. Okay, so at the beginning of January, we had our Carvana principal at $10,206.03, and we had our loan principal at I remember that was switched. Okay, so our loan principal was the $10,000, and our Carvana principal was $21,793.84, and then total credit card debt was $3,301.61. So that was a total of $35,348. Ending, let's write that down somewhere. Ending, our Carvana principal is $21,388.08, and our loan is $9,566.02, and our credit card debt is $5,109.87. So $36,063.97. If we minus that's a total of increase of $762.49, which I'm not terribly mad at, but the goal is never to increase the debt, right? So if we put all $400 to our debt, that'll get us near what we originally started January from, and we'll just have to do better. Yeah, $362.49. So we'll just have to do better this month going around. All right, guys, so that is January closeout. I hope it wasn't too confusing and that you liked it. I try to be as honest as possible, and I'm sorry I missed 1 week of where the funds come from and where it went, because I don't know, quite honestly. We did a lot of spending, but our debt is accurate. So I wasn't able to get the debt as of the 31st. We were too busy moving. So you can see that this is as of February 8th. So this is what our debt is now. All right, guys, thank you so much for being here. Oh, let me do one more thing, because our word for this year is intentional. We want to be more intentional with our time, with our money, and I want to be more intentional with my efforts. And so I'm trying to stay on track, and we haven't done one of these cards yet. Okay, so this is your affirmation for today. I am courageous and I stand up for myself. I don't know if I do that. I know I need to, but what is the most courageous thing I have ever done? How do I show courage in everyday life? I don't know if I would consider moving, and let's go with the most recent. I don't know the most courageous thing I've ever done, but the most recent thing I've done, courageous thing I've done, is move us back and take this new position. And the reason why I did that, and I did take a pay cut, and then my husband's not working right now, so we lost his income. I was working 60 to 80 hours a week. And so, you know, what is that actually worth when I can't spend any quality time with my husband? And it's not, I would like to say that it's not quantity, it's quality, and that's what I harp on. And so when I found that that's what was happening, I needed a change. So we changed. We found something that brought us closer to home, that my husband could have definitely stayed where we were. We could have got an apartment there, and he could have kept his job. But if I'm going to be traveling 95% of the time, he would have been in a city that I took us to for a job alone when I was out. So I didn't think that was very fair. We talked about it, and he said, as long as you're comfortable with me looking for my next opportunity, then I'm comfortable with you taking yours. And so after long deliberation, we decided to go ahead and move. How do I show courage in everyday life? I think it's all about knowing what you want and taking those steps to get what you want, either out of life, out of career, out of your relationship. If you know and then voice what you want, then that's courageous. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I look forward to hearing from you. All right, guys, that was January Closeout. You are loved, you're appreciated, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.